Now another rant. Now I know a lot of you say, "Oh, my console is bad." Is it? What, you get a yellow ring rare? Have you ever checked to find out that maybe all you need to do is cool the system down? Switch it off. Not switch it off at the mains, but maybe unplugging it and then leave it cool. Maybe in a even better place. Maybe a warmer place would be ideal, because it'll cool down faster. Not saying why, but probably got a better idea. I think the PS3, I haven't had any problems with the PS3. Now you fanboys out there, the ones out there are like being made fun of, right? Well, I'm not a fanboy of Sony. I'm not a fanboy of Sony. I'm not a fanboy of the Nintendo. I do agree. I do wear a Mario costume. I have got a Mario costume, a Sonic costume. Okay, I'm a bit of a Mario person and a Sonic person, but I wouldn't say I'm a huge fan of Sonic and Mario. Not necessary. I am a fan of them in certain ways, but mostly Sonic. And the other thing I notice, what a lot of haters do, is they bash around, right? They bash around with movies like this one. Now I have bashed around with this because it didn't have what I wanted, but I thought it was pretty good of actually releasing it in a movie. Just because having the original theme track to Transformers from the 80s cartoon doesn't mean it wasn't going to be good. I actually liked it, especially the last one and the first one. Those two are my favourites in the film. The first one and the third one. I really liked it. Guyver, for example. People prefer the... Oh, excuse me, I got a bit of a cough. Now, people have bashed about this anime, and the ones who do, you literally say I'm a fanboy of Guyver. Yeah, maybe I am. I have the t-shirt, I have the keychain, but I'm not a huge fanboy of Guyver. But anyway, I think that inappropriate of actually calling me a fanboy. I love Guyver, yes, I do. I love the animes. And people say, oh, in between the animes, they get rubbish. You're wrong. It gets a bit lame, yes. But the reason why is because it gets really interesting. The whole point of the boredom is so that it gets interesting. I thought they did a pretty good job of that. Another one, the movie. Which, if it was out in the UK, if this was Region 2, this would have been called Dramatronics. But it didn't come out in the UK, so I had the American region, Guyver. Guyver, it says, the Guyver. Not Matronics, as you would have thought they would have put. It has Mark Arnold's face on it, and I thought it was pretty good. It was a pretty good movie. It's really good. I really loved the movie. Now, why are people actually hating on this? I think it was pretty good. Alright, so it's pretty dull and pretty much dull at some parts because you got this rapper solenoid. So, big deal. I loved it. I want to see this re-released, but called Matronics on the top. If it comes out in the UK, I want to see a UK release of this. I really do, and I will support British videos for it if they do. But I'd love to see this out in the UK. The first Guyver movie. Now the second Guyver movie, I didn't really much get into. I thought it was good because of the Zonoid Guyver, you know. But why don't they want to call it Guyver 2? Why is it called Zonoid Guyver? I thought that was pretty much more cheesier than the first movie. Oh my god, Zonoid Guyver. Can you see him? I thought it was pretty lame. Actually, I didn't mind the film. This is Region 2 Guyver. And it looks like they copied the manga writing, the manga Guyver writing. Just like the manga version. No. To be honest, I really don't know what I can say about this film. Other than the fact that I prefer the first movie. Because you can't get it in the UK. And I think this movie is overrated. Jack Armstrong gets replaced with David Hayter is another reason. I don't mind David Hayter if he was in Metal Gear Solid, but yeah, you gotta thank the Hayters for that, because I mean, that's when the movie came out. Also, I think I had a dream. I had a dream, and do you know what they was going to do? Because there were so many haters with this version, right? They was in my prediction dream that they was going to release the 4-disc edition of Guyver, the Booster Armor. Not this version though. It would have the writing like the movie, you know, like the movie writing, so it is kind of like that. But it would have show from the 80s anime cartoon thing. But I thought this one was the best you're gonna get from Guyver. So yeah, pretty much. I haven't picked up the Blu-ray, sad enough. I really do like it. Now I know a lot of you anime haters out there don't like the fact about me sort of blabbering about Guyver, but I thought I'd get it out in the open that it's not all that bad. I mean, you just have to have the patience to listen to it and watch it. I mean, you turn around and say slowly that, you know, half the series after it is rubbish. No, it isn't. It gets like, it probably does get a bit boring in parts. That's what you're probably referring to. It's the same with Blade, the third movie. I thought it was getting a bit boring. They talked a bit, but then it got pretty interesting. And that was only like a little bit boring. It actually got good results in the third movie. I'm quite surprised. So yeah. Another one people keep ranting about is Blu-ray. Now, I had this on offer. I mean, this was like two films that were Blu-ray. I think there was 2 for Blu-ray release. No, was it? No, one was a Blu-ray release, and the other was a DVD release, and they were just about the same amount of price. Sherlock Holmes and this one, yeah, and together they came to around about the same price. It was like 2 for 20. Is it 2 for a tenner? And it was like £5 for a Blu-ray film. You can't go wrong with that. You're telling me it's less than I think it was like $4.99. On its own, yes, it would still be cheap considering the price. My rant is, if you don't like Blu-ray, you don't like Sony, you don't like Xbox 360, you don't like Wii, and you don't like Blu-ray players, or the TV, or the fact that you got films. If you don't like the fact that I got films, there's something wrong with you. Seriously, constantly. There's something wrong with you. And it's the same with this, right? Yeah, Sonic Underground, this series. Everyone says this is shit. This is absolutely amazing. You people talk like it was like a bad series. And literally, it's not that bad. I really don't understand the haters who hate Sonic Underground. Okay, it's not as great as Sad AM Sonic, but you know, you're not going to get any more results out of it. After all, when people had Sonic X, you think people in the UK would have a box set like this, where it would have like these episodes on there. HMV wouldn't release them. Oh no. But you're right. they could have released them like that. It's pretty sad. Only 2 episodes, and I was paying like £5 for them, and it was like, why am I paying this much? I mean, 10 for two series that only has 2 anime series on DVD, when they could be bringing out like 5 or maybe 10 on each disc, or maybe 11, 12, depending. Yeah. But anyway, the amount of rant I gotta say is, you lay off the fanboys, literally. I mean, it's not just that, it's Pokemon fanboys as well. I mean, you pick on these fanboys like a lot of times. It's like Pokemon fanboys, Digimon fanboys get picked on, and then there's Yu-Gi-Oh fanboys being picked on. And what was the other ones? Dragon Ball Z gets picked on, Sonic gets picked on. You know what? There are freaking loads of people who hate. I'm sorry, but this is... Lay off the fanboys. Seriously. Seriously, lay off the fanboys. I'm not saying much. I'm not a fanboy. I'm not a huge fanboy. I know the fanboy base thing, the Sonic fan base thing is all gone to hell or something, and the other fan bases are terrible. But you don't hear it with Nintendo fan base too. I mean, not that I'm complaining, but yeah, Nintendo fan bases are so big, innit? Yeah, I agree. I don't want to pick on them, but seriously, you don't hear people picking on Nintendo fanboys, do you? Seriously, stop picking on fanboys. And yeah, literally. Oh, and by the way, if I ever hear any more, or see any comments that Sony Razak, or Sony whatever his name is, Sony Razak, and you pick on Sean, right, and say he's a fanboy of Sony, or he's what do you call it, bashing about Blu-ray, he loves Blu-ray, then you must be mistaken. Stop bashing. Seriously. You bash about fans. You bash constantly about fans. You bash about hypocrites. And then you bash about people who aren't fans. It doesn't get any worse, does it? Next thing you know, you'll be bashing about people who like Bleach. I mean, people even hate Bleach. And take my word for it, if you look on some of the websites, you don't know that the series is coming soon to the UK. They promised this to us, despite animes being banned in the UK. Now, if they're going to ban animes in the UK, they have to ban Cooking Mama first. They have to take it off the shelves. Cooking Mama's the game that should be taken off the shelves. Yeah, because is it the second one? When I saw that, I thought, oh, it's getting people to see vegeting. Then I see why people are actually ranting about it. No, I agree, it's kind of gross, but we'll talk about that in the other video. My bashing about, my hypocriting about Big Mama is really a terrible game. I don't know what was the company called? PETA, is it? Well, we'll talk about that in another time. Right now, we have to go because, you know. So, sayonara. That's it for the Blu-ray bashing, Sony bashing. You know, for people bashing about fans and calling them that. But yeah, so sayonara, muchas gracias, and all good things to say goodbye with.